in Santiago de Compostela in northern Spain just for the weekend. Quick fly in, fly out. I'm here for my film premiere actually, and I figured, well, in between meeting people and doing all the film stuff that needs to be done, I'll bring my camera and get out and do some street photography. So I've got my Z6iii with a 35mm prime. Yesterday I did a quick bit of street photography with my Leica Q2 monochrom, which is 28mm. So 28 and 35mm, the two perfect prime lenses to explore a city and do some street photography. So enough of this chit chat, let's get going. I love Spain, I just love being here, but can't find a coffee at 6 o'clock in the morning around here. And I like to start my day early, so there's quite a few hours of just sort of walking around empty streets without my caffeine fix. But I can survive that hardship. So this is the main cathedral where all the Camino pilgrims arrive and hang out every day, all day long. And even though it's still only 9 o'clock, there's a good group of people arriving already, which is cool. There's just so much to shoot here. I'm going to be doing a little bit of architectural photography, trying to certainly integrate the architecture, the beautiful details in the buildings into the street photography. We don't need this microphone at the moment. I'm actually filming some interviews connected with my film promotion throughout the day, but right now it's photography time. I've been using this Freewell kit. It's a new product from Freewell. NDs and mist, and I'm not getting on with it. This is why I don't do reviews. I get sent stuff and I'm very often disappointed. And this thing, the idea is good, that you just squeeze and drop into place, but it doesn't work. It falls apart, so not so happy with it. I love Freewell. I've got a lot of Freewell products, but this one, it's not working for me. Sorry, Freewell. So instead, I've got this Polar Pro polarizer. I'm going to put that on. There's lots of reflections around here that I don't want, and more than anything, this is just to protect my lens, because I've left the lens hood back in the hotel. That wasn't very clever, and I just don't want the lens exposed to the elements. This is a neat little set. It's got a screw-on back and front, and it just, yeah, love that. So 35mm prime, that's the lens for today. Well, the sun has gone in, but there's enough contrast in this little archway to get something, I think, still. Well, that was the first shot of the day. Not a very good one, but got to get warmed up, right? The cathedral here in Santiago, it's a very important cathedral for Camino pilgrims. So it's obviously going to be photographed millions of times every year. And in these sort of situations, I like to try and avoid the cliched shots, although I still shoot the cliched shots, I must admit. But I'm always going on about trying to avoid honeypot locations and over-photographed views. It's still fun to give yourself the challenge to try and figure out something a little bit different. When I was here about a year or so back, I was shooting through flowers, through plants, which was quite nice. I'll show you that image right now. That was back in May. Right now we're at the end of September. There's still flowers though for this time of the year. It's very mild, it's beautiful. I could maybe shoot through some of these flowers again. We'll give that a go. I prefer to shoot through very tall plants like this over here. In fact, this is very similar to what I shot through last time. How can this be in bloom in end of September when it was in bloom in May when I was last here? But this is the kind of shot, just get really low and put the camera right in amongst the plants. Let's give that a go. I'm going to shoot at f11 and I'm going to focus on the tower in the background and then just find a nice composition where there's a lot of color like that. I really want to put the flowers pretty much touching the filter here, like that. That's good. So now I'm going to set my aperture to f2.8 and really blur out these flowers in the foreground. The idea is just to get a blur of purple, really, and create something almost slightly abstract. And the fact that the sun is out and hitting those towers and it's still fairly low, there's a bit of contrast there, and it's warm, it's quite nice. And I'm quite happy with that shot, I think. Now let's see if we can find another composition here. This time I'm wondering whether we could maybe come back here and find another piece of architectural detail and put it in the foreground. Something like this. Maybe we could frame those towers. Don't like that. It's almost, I'm trying too hard. Let's see what's up these steps. These are beautiful steps. So I'm thinking if I can somehow use this as a leading line. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to get right down like this, maybe. Workmen have left buckets there. That's going to get in the shot. Unless I get really low, and I can always Photoshop that out. Getting my camera as low as I can, and focusing on the tower again. The idea is sound, but I'm still not quite happy. Not quite working for me. Need to keep on looking. Okay, let's try shooting through here and framing the tower. You know what? That's the better shot right here. That's the best one so far, I think. I could spend ages just at this spot looking for that perfect composition, but there's so much to see. I'm just going to keep moving. A couple of half decent shots there, but you get the idea. It's just look for interesting ways to compose a very overshot scene, and framing with other objects. That's always a good place to start. The weather now is mostly overcast, and the 35mm lens in these very narrow back streets, which I find the most interesting part of the city to explore, it's just not working for me. So I've dumped that camera back at the apartment and I've brought my Leica Q2 monochrom with the 28mm lens. That extra width is going to help me do the job, and I want to shoot black and white. This is very much a monochromatic kind of day, and the architecture, the detail, the textures, I think lend themselves to black and white. Color doesn't really add anything. Well, it started to rain a little bit, so I thought I'd have a little refreshment break. And guess who I bumped into? Only the star of our film, Dan.
Simon, what a delight to run into you in Santiago de Compostela, St. James under a field of stars. We are having coffee, celebrating our launch of the movie last night, and we're showing another screening this afternoon, and what we've been able to achieve together is so exciting, so amazing, and I'm so excited for the world to see it, to share it, and to share the love and light of discovery. And that's what portraiture is about, right? Capturing moments. Well, let's hope we can capture moments forever, and we're all on this journey of discovery together.
Right, well, let's get a portrait of him while we've got him. Some people think a 28mm focal length isn't the best for portraits, but I would beg to differ. Let me show you. Well, I had every intention of heading out and doing some more photography, but the rain has come and it wasn't forecast, so now we're stuck here. We're gonna have to have another beer then. So I'm gonna end things here, and I'm gonna show you now some photos that I took last time I was in Santiago. Enjoy, and I'll see you on the next one.